If you find my address and knock on my door, I'll give you $100.
Okay.
To anyone listening.
Welcome to Mind Mode.
Welcome to Mind Mode Podcast.
Here we are again. I'm one of your hosts, Michael.
And I'm another one, Matthew.
I'm the third one, Stanley.
And that's the three.
So, we had a New Year's resolution.
I already forgot what it was.
A communal Mind Mode resolution. Did we forget it?
We definitely did. We had a resolution. I remember that's what we talked about.
It was to get one email.
Oh.
During the year of 2020.
Yeah.
We fulfilled it.
We're done.
We got 2 emails.
Wait.
I thought we said not from people in the room.
I don't know these people.
Okay.
Okay, what?
So I'm just going to read their first names and what they said.
Okay.
From Parker. Let me in.
Uh-huh.
All caps, exclamation point. I think that's a reference to Eric Andre at the RNC.
At the White House.
The Republican National
How did you
Convention.
get that from that?
Because I make that, I don't know, I feel like I know it. I feel like I know the joke.
Okay.
Another email titled 2020 email from Autumn is a bird.
Yeah, let's pass this around.
Let's pass this bird around.
What kind of bird?
What do you think that is?
The fuck is this?
What kind of bird would you think that is?
I have no idea.
You're right.
I think it's a Macree.
It looks like it's like molting.
It's like a young hawk, I think is what it is.
It's a baby.
No, that's my rap name.
Baby bird.
Young hawk?
Young hawk.
I thought that was Hillary Clinton's rap name. Am I right?
Wait,
what does that mean?
What? Was she ever called a
She's
hawk?
a hawk.
Is that?
She's hawkish.
That's her.
On the dove versus hawk scale.
People call
her foreign policy was hawkish. She's pro-war.
Oh.
That's what that means.
Do you prefer Dove soap or Dove chocolate? Or Dove birds?
Okay, let me really think about this. I think the chocolate's not very good.
I think the chocolate was I couldn't ever get into it because I thought it was by the same company.
Yeah.
So I was like, why is the soap company making chocolate?
That would deter me too.
So I couldn't really.
I
couldn't give it a fair shake.
It's
very similar.
Is it the same company?
Is it the same?
I don't know.
So wait, Dove is okay.
I don't think so.
Which one is the one with like a motivational message towards women? Is that Dove chocolate or Dove soap?
That's gotta be Dove soap and
all brands.
Skin products.
It's both.
It's gotta be both.
Our producer just gave us a 2 signal for both because if I remember correctly, Dove chocolate is marketed towards women and it has motivational messages on the inside of the wrapper.
What's the special women ingredient in Dove chocolate?
I hope you like magnesium.
What does that mean?
There's magnesium in chocolate.
Oh,
iron.
I didn't know that. There's caffeine in it too.
It's caffeine. I hope you like.
Hope you like this.
Hope you like
slurry of
beans.
Yeah, ingredients.
Crack open the wrapper.
Anyway.
What I get mad about is I just grab Dove products off the shelf.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, and I see.
So you're rubbing chocolate on
I see some type of bar.
Yeah.
And I just bite into it.
Could be.
And sometimes it's the other Dove product. It might be a bar of soap.
We've really drawn the birds out of this conversation. There's no bird, so no one has any feelings on the birds. I'll tell you, I came into this thinking I'm going to definitely say the bird. Because I have no relation to the other 2 brands. And then I remembered I've been using Dove Men Plus Care brand's body wash for like 5 years.
I don't like that.
I think that's what I have.
I don't like that brand.
You don't like it? What's wrong with it?
Are you an Irish Spring type of guy?
It's like a face, body, hair combo wash.
That's true.
Just use it for your body.
That's the thing.
They don't respect men's hygiene.
Yeah.
They think we can use one product for everything.
Us men are sick of it.
I hear you, but Stanlin, if you're just using it for body, the body is lowest on the totem pole in terms of what specialized soap and products it needs.
Okay.
You can use a face First of all, I hate to tell you this,
You can
but
use
it's
a face.
probably mostly all the same.
I'm just saying,
Anyway.
they marketed it to men because they think men are lazy.
Are you in mind mode or are
about
you in
hygiene.
body mode, Stan?
So they're like, oh man, you can just put this body wash on your hair.
I hear you, and I don't use it like that. I want to be on the record.
So in conclusion, Dove hates men. You heard it here
makes
first,
sense.
people.
It adds up, and watch out for those birds, because you don't know what they're gonna...
Yeah, they might swoop in.
Are pigeons doves?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well put that
Are
on
doves
the record.
pigeons? Doves are pigeons, but pigeons are not.
Only time I want to
Not
see...
every dove is a pigeon. Not every...
Not every...
It's like a square and
Yes.
a square and a...
It's a little bit of a
rectangle.
morbid symbol for your company. Don't you let doves fly at the funeral after you've
doves are
lowered
a
the
symbol of
casket?
peace.
No, that's
Yeah,
like
well,
you're thinking
Not
of
very peaceful when you're lowering that box in the ground.
I've never been to a funeral where they released doves.
I think that happens
You're thinking
in...
of a
During
magician.
weddings?
I think that happens in The Wire.
They do it during weddings.
Yeah, they do it during... Well,
They
it's
do
a
it during-
peaceful time.
Did they... Was the
There's
guy
like
who
a
died in The
funeral.
Wire, was it a comedian's funeral?
It was...
Or a
Wow.
magician? I got comedians and magicians mixed up. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
They're the same
close,
thing to
close
me.
enough.
I laugh at magicians' tricks. Ah! You think you're fooling me with that one?
Yeah. They're all fools in the traditional sense.
I wonder if a magician has ever, done a funeral trick. My last greatest...
That's-
Funeral trick.
that's-
my last great
What,
trick.
like,
That's
pounce out
Arrested
of the...
Development Season 3, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that...
Oh, yeah.
I never saw that season. What does he,
He-
get out of the casket?
Job makes this big, casket escape thing.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into the cast,
Mhm.
follow us on Instagram, Mind Mode Podcast. Send us an email. We'll give you a shout out. mindmodepodcast@gmail.com. I think we've committed. I feel like I want to check in. We already fulfilled our Mind Mode resolution.
Woo!
How are the rest of those resolutions going, boys?
One
don't
second.
think I had
Did you
any.
know that Job's name is a reference to Jeb?
Bush?
Jeb Bush?
Oh.
Because J-E-B is his initials and he goes by Jeb, and G-O-B is his initials but he goes by Job.
Okay.
Just wanted to put that out there.
That's a
It's a
reference.
little fun fact.
Wait, but this was before Jeb was
Like, he existed.
But
It was supposed to be a parody of the Bush family, I guess.
Oh.
Are there any other Bush bros?
I don't know.
Is it just
Jeb
Jeb
and
and Georgie?
Yeah.
I think
Best friends.
little Cain and Abel situation going on there.
Yeah, be careful what your brother holds, for it may be.
Who's the
rock
prodigal
that
son?
Am I
saves
my
you.
brother's keeper?
That's what it. Yeah, you got it.
Would you rather have a cold one with Jeb or George? Pretty easy decision
Cain
for
or
me.
Abel?
Jeb or George? Definitely.
Sodom or Gomorrah?
I think I would rather have a drink with...
I'm gonna say Jeb, Abel,
I think Jeb...
Sodom.
I think Jeb, because he has a lot less baggage than George, I'd probably be pretty pissed at George. But Jeb isn't,
He wasn't
He
given
didn't do anything.
He wasn't given the opportunity to do anything.
he's just...
Well, that's probably not true. I bet if you look up his track record, there's all kinds of terrible.
Was he a senator? What was
I
Listen.
think so.
Listen, I don't drink anymore. I feel like George would be a little critical of that. I'd be like, oh, you can't have a beer with me?
That's how he got
Foreign person.
elected.
Yeah, but...
That was his thing.
It's not like okay if I don't drink.
The president I'd have a beer with thing, I'm pretty sure was about George W.
Oh yeah, he's an alcoholic, right? He got sober.
I don't know.
I feel like Jeb would be like, I like LaCroix too. My favorite's the mango. Maybe the key lime flavor. Apple Watch, baby.
He's with it with the tech. I can't remember what my New Year's resolution was, so I can't respond to your earlier question, Michael. I think it was to eat healthier, and I'd say so
Yours
far
was
I have...
4K TV.
Haven't done it yet. Haven't made the switch.
Isn't that
man.
a 4K? Or 8K?
Oh! No, this is 4K.
No, his was 4K.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
so I made it.
You did it.
I'm there.
Nice. Key resolution suggestion.
Michael, thank you for being the group rememberer.
Yeah. I remember things. My memory's gotten a lot better since, you know what.
Oh, are you going to say something else? Because this would make a good transition point into my next topic.
All I was gonna say is, gun to your head.
Okay.
Would you rather get in a bathtub with Donald Trump or former President Taft?
You already asked this question.
Not on the cast.
Oh.
I never heard this.
I don't think I'd fit in with Taft.
Pull the trigger.
So Trump. Stanlin says Trump.
I guess Trump.
Matthew said kill me.
Pull the trigger.
And you know what?
I stole that joke from Hollywood Handbook.
I don't body shame. I want both of them.
Okay. Taft died in the bathtub.
Threesome.
No.
No. They lifted him out. They got him out there.
He had to get.
You're right.
He had to get crane gamed out of there.
Okay, so regarding memory, something happened to me yesterday. So, have you guys heard of the Mandela effect?
No.
Yeah, but I always forget what it is.
Okay, so what the original thing was, it's like the Bernstein Bears thing. You know what I'm talking about? It's where a large group of people remember something happening in the past that didn't happen.
Oh.
So it's named after the fact that...
Can we turn that off?
Yeah. I don't know what the remote is. We'll cut this. So, the Mandela effect is named after the fact that a bunch of people, when Nelson Mandela died, they were like, wait, he just died? I thought he died in prison in the 80s.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
They thought he had already died.
Yeah, it's like a group false memory.
Okay.
And some people go crazy with it. They're like, it's like the universe split and we remember the real thing and then all the history books changed. Or like people remembering Bernstein Bears spelled with an E instead of an A.
Really?
Because it's spelled Berenstain.
So
but everyone remembers it as... Yeah, it is an A, but everyone remembers it as an E. But I think that what's really going on there is that, like, we were children who couldn't read yet, so I don't know.
But what's the Mandela thing? Why would a bunch of people think that he was...
I don't know.
I was just sounds like misinformation. I don't know.
But, so this happened to me yesterday. And so yesterday I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off with my girlfriend. Have you guys seen that movie before?
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller. Kind of. Okay.
I wasn't fully paying attention.
That's the state. I think we kind of watched it at the same time. We were like playing a board game or something, or...
Maybe. I don't remember.
I don't know if go ahead.
Anyway, so, okay, do you guys remember the scene where it's like maybe 3/4 of the movie, Cameron is having like a panic attack and he just kind of like shuts down, he won't respond to anything?
Yeah.
And they're at a pool.
Because his Corvette, his dad's Corvette has like too many miles on it.
Right. So, okay, I'm going to ask you guys what you think happens. So, Cameron falls into the pool and then they dive in to save him, and what happens after that?
Did they have they been to his house yet?
No, they're not at his house yet. I'm talking about in this scene with the pool. After he falls into the pool, what happens?
They save him? Don't they no. They're like chilling in the hot tub,
yeah,
right?
They're in the hot tub.
They're eating Oreos.
That's right. Your memory might be too good for you to fall for this.
And then Ferris has to go, right?
Something like that. Okay, so you guys you're not remembering this.
I don't remember this at all.
Okay, so what I thought happened in the movie, and I was expecting it to happen is...
Don't they have a talk like, oh, it's going to be okay, or something like that?
Yeah, they do. But what I thought was going to happen was, he falls into the pool, they pull him out, and then Sloane, Ferris's girlfriend, gives him mouth to mouth.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen. But I thought it happened.
That happens in another movie.
It happens in The Sandlot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Squints. Is that his name?
Yeah, he fakes like drowning so the lifeguard will kiss him. So for some reason I thought that happened in this movie, and I just brushed it off when it didn't happen. But then later, and I didn't say anything. Then later that night, I was talking to Autumn and I was like, "Yeah, something weird happened when we were watching that movie. I thought he intentionally fell into the pool to get mouth to mouth from the girlfriend for some reason." And I was like, I always thought that was a weird detail in the movie. Like, I didn't know why they added that character thing, because it doesn't go anywhere. And then Autumn was like, yeah, I was actually expecting that to happen too.
Oh.
And she's seen it before too. And
That's
then
strange.
she was like, well, it's probably just like a different cut of the movie. They just like didn't put that one on Netflix. But then we looked it up online and there's nothing talking about that. So we both, for some reason, thought that was going to happen, and it didn't happen.
Trying to think if I ever...
And you know what? It's kind of... Because there is this weird, like, flirty thing between Cameron and Sloane, where she's like, did you watch me change when I...
Oh yeah, she's like caressing his head.
Yeah.
When like, and like consoling him after they figure out like the mileage is really high. Sloane's a babe. Very attractive woman.
There you go.
Yeah, there's like a very strange
but anyway,
relationship going on there.
I just thought it was weird that I thought that happened, and I was already planning on talking to you guys about that, and then when I talked to Autumn and she thought the same thing, I was like, whoa. But I was hoping one of you, because I thought I had talked about it with you possibly, Stanley.
I don't remember that.
I was like, yeah, that was a cool movie. Kind of weird that he falls in the pool to kiss his friend's girlfriend, though. I remember having this conversation with someone and them agreeing. Anyway, could have been a dream, false memory, who knows.
I don't know if this counts as the Mandela effect or if it's... I always thought, because like a high school teacher talked about this in history class, and you know how you kind of have like this vague... if something sounds like conspiratorial, that you probably think it's wrong, but like there's some fun in like believing that it's true, and you don't want to like debunk the rumor or whatever that is. Like I'd always believed that nobody had actually been declared dead in Disney World, and that's like a common. I think I like told our producer that at one point. It's like a common. I don't know, fallacy, like that misinformation has been spread around a lot.
That no one has died and...
People have died, but nobody has been declared dead.
Oh, they like move them out.
Like it's illegal, or like they own, I don't know. Disney is like able to...
You can't die in Disney.
Yeah, there's nobody that has died in
been
Disney
declared
World.
dead because they try to like get them off the premises or whatever.
Yeah, and
what about the person whose head got decapitated?
Yeah.
Did that happen?
Didn't it happen in...
Space Mountain? Maybe. Now we're just causing more...
Would that count as the Mandela effect of, like, believing something that's... I don't know. Just kind of like... It's like common knowledge, but it's erroneous.
I don't think so. It has to be something you, like, remember actually happening or, like, observing.
That's true.
But I have another example like that of just, like, a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
That I think has, like... I didn't even think about this till recently, that this isn't the case. For some reason, have you guys seen the movie Psycho?
Yeah, I watched it once.
Okay, I haven't seen it. But I remember when I was a kid, there was like, I don't know, I think I was like on vacation, we had these rocking chairs at this beach house, and like one rocking chair was like rocking by itself, and someone said like, ooh, like Psycho, or they like made some reference to Psycho. Because is there a scene in Psycho where there's like a rocking chair moving with no one there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't remember.
In my child brain, what I took from that was the movie Psycho. It's a scary movie in some way, probably about some killer, and the thing about the movie is the killer's invisible.
Whoa.
Interesting.
I thought, so for like most of my life, I just didn't question, I never saw the movie, I thought Psycho is about a guy who is invisible and kills people.
Whoa.
Because someone said that a rocking chair rocking by itself was like Psycho. Do you ever... Can you ever not remember like the name of a song or the artist of a song that you know you've listened to?
Yeah.
And you can never find it, and you can't like hum it or remember the lyrics or anything, so there's like no way of actually uncovering like what the song was. And it's like you almost trick your mind into thinking like you never actually listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something I've done recently. Also, the song, this is really strange, but I don't know what this counts as, but like the song White Iverson by Post Malone, I could swear already came out when I was in like 7th grade.
I remember you talking about
I was just like, I remember like being at a school dance and there was some song about like Allen Iverson, and it sounded just like White Iverson. And like I had friends that would I vaguely remember people singing that song, and I'm like,
yeah,
I have no way of recollecting, or I doubt it was even a song. But I heard the chorus for Post Malone's song, and I'm like, didn't this already come out?
I remember you talking about this because when we started, that was kind of an inside joke for us, was singing White Iverson. And just talking about White Iverson, maybe a year or so after it came out. But you were like, yeah, that's an old song, right? And I was like, I don't think so. And I looked up when it came out. I was like, no, that came out last year.
Yeah, when I heard it, I was like, oh man,
takes me back.
This is awesome. The song's coming back. And y'all are like, what?
Maybe you had a premonition of White Iverson in the 7th grade.
Yeah, I hallucinated at my middle school dance. Everyone else was dancing to Get Low.
That's good. We could use that.
That's that's almost like a what could have been situation. You could be Post Malone right now if you had written down the song.
This is why. Because, this is going to sound like bullshit to anybody listening to this.
No.
I genuinely have these premonitions, and I had one the other day, and I didn't consciously say that I had it, or, the event that I had foresight or I dreamt about happened, and I didn't, write it down or anything like that, and I didn't say that it had happened, and I can't remember what it was. Because it's always, something, so inane.
Yeah.
It's it truly is something out of a David Lynch movie where it's just I think we were talking about this a little bit on the last cast, ordinarily extraordinary or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the right way of saying it.
I had a dream I was at this diner.
And there was a trash man?
I was just I knew for some reason if I went out in the back and looked behind the dumpster, something bad was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever have, in all seriousness, do you ever have, a nightmare or something that's, nightmarishly grounded in reality, and you're in, a certain similar scenario, and you're, kind of scared something bad's going to happen?
Huh.
You mean you're in a regular scenario, but
maybe you had a dream you died on a roller coaster, and then you get on a roller coaster in your life, and you're like, oh no. I think that's happened to me before, but I can't recollect.
I'm too
what it was.
I'm too what's the word? Incredulous or something
Yeah.
I don't really believe. I don't know. In my dreams, I don't believe that they are meaningful in any way. So
just let them go.
I mean, if there's some coincidence where my dream matches my reality or something, I'm not surprised by it. I'm like, well, there's very few things that I do and dream about. There's the things that I do are so repetitive, and the things that I dream about aren't particularly extraordinary, or if they are, they're so wild that they could never happen in real life.
Yeah.
But if they are very ordinary, then if it happens in real life, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I chopped an onion or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's okay, I did it. Okay, it's
Dreaming up some new recipes.
Yeah, no. That would be great.
Have you had a dream like that where you've chopped an onion or something really mundane?
Yeah, I always have mundane dreams about eating or talking to someone that I know about something that we would definitely talk about.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe you're having... Well, maybe that's interesting. It's maybe it still can be characterized as a premonition, but it's your life has become so routine, and your brain can just collect so much similar data that it can almost predict what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm just not surprised. I have dreams, but I'm not oh shit, this.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm not whoa, this happened in my dream and it happened in real life. I'm yeah, that makes total sense because I don't know.
Nothing impresses you anymore.
It's like, you're like Shania Twain. You say that don't impress me much.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, trust me, it's like Shania Twain.
Okay.
I think she has like a giant robot in that music video. Check it out.
Oh.
Pretty
I mean,
cool.
I'm not saying that it's not cool or interesting. I'm just saying it's not.
Well,
it's not like.
Isn't this kind of going
Something
against
like-
what you were saying about magic on the last cast?
No.
No.
No. What I was saying about magic is that ordinary. It's just that like ordinary things are
magical.
Yeah, they're not. They don't have to be like
fantastical.
Yeah, something like
shouldn't you
exciting
be,
or
shouldn't
something.
you be wowed about the fact that you're having a dream about cutting an onion and that's like very ordinary?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not like
cutting an onion.
Holy
shit!
I don't know why that's what I came up with.
Maybe this is a multi-layered. Onions are multi-layered. Let me do some Freudian dream interpretations. So you're trying to figure out a very difficult layered. Acrid.
Okay, I definitely have dreams where I'm like, there's something that I'm scared of, or something that I'm excited about, or something like that, and then I'll have a dream where there's a bunch of symbolisms and stuff in my dream.
Yeah.
That will clue me in on, I don't know how I'm feeling, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, that makes sense, like, that it would do that.
Yeah, because you're just, like, grappling with whatever the thing is.
It's not like your thing, where you have these premonitions that are, like, very specific. Mine are, like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't call them premonitions. They're just like,
if you dream about it after, that's to be expected, I think.
yeah. No, but even for, like, a scenario that's about to happen, like, I'll have an idea or something of like how it is going to shake out.
Yeah.
And more or less will.
Or like if you're like worried about taking a test or something, you have a dream about it the night before where you like take the whole test and you fail it. And then you wake up and you're like, God damn it, I have to do this again.
Pass.
And pass.
Yeah.
I never really have. Yeah, I've had like stress dreams about like, oh, I failed an exam, or I got caught like cheating or something like that, even though I don't cheat.
No, but the whole reason I brought up magic last time was probably because of this reason that I'm
so can you give an example?
Things aren't super exciting. Like they used to be a lot more like I would have dreams where I was like, I don't know, in the ocean. I remember this very vivid dream where I was like in the ocean swimming with a whale. Mm-hmm. That was a cool dream. But like
Jonah.
I don't know. I don't have those dreams anymore.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know.
I don't have those
exciting, cool things have really...
They've materialized. You're already swimming with the whales.
Maybe you should fall asleep watching Planet Earth.
Great idea.
You guys really don't feel like you have like fantastical dreams?
No, I do. I do have fantastical dreams. I just think I don't. I just think I don't take them the same way that I used to.
Yeah,
where I got really excited because of them.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Can you
like
give it?
I'm more like.
Do you have any? I feel like I don't know. I could get more excited as a kid than I ever possibly could now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Where I'm like, whoa! Oh my god! This new Pokemon game, I'm gonna be able to catch all the Pokemon! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
I don't think that was a specific...
I would dream, I'm like, I got a GameCube!
Yeah, it's like,
I got a holographic Charizard! Oh my god! There's cartoons playing all day! Or it's like, oh, my parents lost me at Disney World. I can go on any ride I want!
Oh, I have an example of this from when I was a kid. So my dad had a coworker who also, like, I think he was a coworker, also owned a, like, store that sold trading cards, like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and stuff like that, which was very big at the time. And I remember talking to my dad about how there were these, like, new Pokemon that they had in Japan or whatever that they didn't have here. And I remember at the time, the big thing was Pika Blue, which was what people were calling the Pokemon that turned out to be Meryl for some reason.
Oh.
Because it kind of looks like a Pikachu.
Oh, yeah,
tail.
from, like, the Pokemon movie. The
Yeah.
little short before.
I think that was, like, for some reason, one of the first new Pokemon they, like, revealed after the initial set or something.
Pikachu's Vacation.
Yeah, so I got really... and I was like, Dad, you should ask if they have the Pokemon card for this, because I knew there was a Pika-Blue card or whatever. It was
Pika-Blue.
It was a like Japanese like Meryl Pokemon card.
Yeah, they just haven't brought to the U.S. yet.
So excited about the idea of getting this card, and I like sat in my bed at night and I couldn't sleep. I was like bouncing up and down, thinking about like, oh my god, this is so cool. I'm gonna get Pika-Blue. This is like I wasn't thinking through like what it would mean to even have this card, like why it would be exciting. I was just like, this is gonna be so cool. This is gonna be so cool. And then my dad came home from work the next day, and I was like, did he have it? And he's like, yeah, he said they might have some. And he didn't get me one, and I never got one. No. And I think I was so disappointed that he didn't just bring me one, and that I had like for some reason assumed he was going to, that I didn't even ask. So I never got it.
Wait, did your excitement go away after that?
Completely devastated, diminished, had no interest in it anymore.
Dude, I remember, I don't know if this... Let me give two Pokemon experiences that were almost dreamlike. Okay, well actually, multiple. So the second Pokemon movie almost feels like... It's like the most narcissistic, like... I don't even know how to describe it. It turns like the whole Pokemon universe on its head. What was it called?
The
Pokemon 2000?
Yeah, Pokemon 2000. The one with Lugia in it?
Yeah, and Ash... It's like... inscribed in stone that he's supposed to be like this chosen Pokemon master, and like of course that's pretty much like speaking to every kid in the audience of like, yeah, that's me.
They have the ancient Mew card that you get at the movie theater,
so
or Burger
cool.
King or something.
So
like
cool. You're like, yeah. I'm this guy. This is set. This Egyptians are gonna dig up some tablet that finds like
me.
Michael's name. I gotta find the Lugia card in the pyramid.
Oh my god!
But I don't know. I used to live in New Jersey, and my dad worked in New York, and we went. I like vaguely remember going to the Pokemon store in Times Square. Like I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I think this happened. I'm pretty sure I remember it happening. And I like, there's always like funny memories of like me trying to convince my dad to buy me like $100 Pokemon merchandise in the 90s. I'm like, the reverse holographic Gyarados! Dad, I want this Pokeball! Look at that Pokeball! And he's like, no! We're not getting that! But like, even I mean, this had to have been like 1996 or 7.
Well, Pokemon 2000. It was the year 2000, I think.
No, this was before that.
Okay.
This was like before the Pokemon movie.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like 1997, I think.
Like early.
Right.
I was like 4 or 5 years old. This is when I lived in New Jersey, and I like vaguely, even like living in New Jersey feels like a dream at this point. But what was I going to say? Just like the idea that like, I mean, they had Pikachu plush dolls then, and like all of that merchandise is still around. It's just very bizarre to me. Like they've been selling Pikachu dolls for like 22, 23 years, and like people still buy them.
Hey, why not?
Other
gotta have one.
Other Pokemon story. We went to, I think it was when I was living in Houston, or maybe it was New Jersey. We found like a comic book shop, and my dad took me in, and they had, it had to have been in New Jersey because I was still into Pokemon. They had like behind glass, like rare cards that you could buy, and I remember thinking as a kid, like the most luxurious item you could ever buy in life was like Mewtwo or something like that. Like they had a $200 like first edition holographic, and I'm like, holy shit! I gotta get a job. And I'm like 5.
$200. I'm never gonna have that much money in my life.
How can anybody buy this? And they had like Voltorb for like $100, and just like thinking as a kid, like this is the end all be all thing that you're supposed to purchase. And I'm like, Dad, can I get this? I'll do anything. I'll work. I'll mow lawns. And he was like, Michael, do not spend your money on this. He's like, I'll buy you the $5 one. And I'm like, no, I don't even want that. I was a one percenter Pokemon master from the beginning. I don't know. I think the Pokemon mythology rubbed off on me a little too much. Really wanted to be a Pokemon master.
Oh, redemption story for my dad's trading card connection though is when Yu-Gi-Oh came out one year for my birthday. My dad got all 5 pieces of Exodia.
Whoa!
For me for my birthday.
Dude, that was probably like $200.
Like, whoa! I mean,
probably like
he got
20.
it from his coworker, so I don't think he spent that much money.
My son, he spends too much time with these cards. Can you take them?
And you know what? I was so excited about it, and I thought it was so cool. I never used the cards because I was afraid of losing them. So,
there was a kid in my...
I kept them.
Did you have a...
My dad had like taped them in a binder, like laid out like the full Exodia thing, and I just kept it.
Did you have a card binder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I remember there was this time at school where like nobody themselves had the full Exodia set, but like we were probably in third or fourth grade when like Yu-Gi-Oh was like popping off, like it was the new Pokemon, and I remember like seeing like 3 people all like they put it together. They like had the full Exodia set, and like in my head that was like the equivalent of like a nuke going off.
Like seeing the Ark of the Covenant.
Like, because like what happened in the show, I'm like, I thought like a fissure in the ground or something like that. Like I was like, holy shit!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, my parents only ever bought... They thought it was the stupidest thing in the world, these cards. But we really wanted them, so they would buy us booster packs.
You gotta buy them.
We had maybe like, between me and my brother, we had maybe like 20 cards.
Oh, so they would not buy you that many?
No.
They had a trash deck.
Never.
I could have swept you.
And then like kids in our class would have like binders full of like...
Oh,
we were
Stanley.
just, like...
I had like... My Pokemon binder was like this big.
Nice.
It was...
I still remember what my Pokemon binder is, and I'm still banking on... I hope they turn into like baseball cards. Like, this is few million. This is gonna be
I think they're only going to depreciate in value.
I think it's like a car.
Actually...
They feel like it's a new car off the lot. Just increases in value the second you drive off.
Hey, I think I do have a holographic Mewtwo, so I gotta see how much.
Did y'all have any like White Star cards or anything like that? Like
what is that?
Japanese, dude. There's so much like.
I mean, like I said, I didn't have.
Our friend Ken was showing me like Pokemon, like how rare Pokemon cards are treated now.
Oh, like holy crap! Okay, there's no way people are actually buying these though.
How much are they?
These holographic Mewtwo's that I have are going for like $200-$300.
Oh
yeah, save them. It's like buying penny stocks. It's a good investment early on. Hey, when we're on our deathbed, how much do you think that Charizard's going to be worth?
Hey, when I'm on my deathbed, I don't care. You can't take it. You can't take it with you.
Son, get the cards. Get the Pokemon cards.
Carry me with them.
The Bulbasaur. It's worth millions. But I don't know. It's kind of cool, like how they were like picking out rare cards immediately. And this is so nerdy, but like present day, like American-made cards have like, if there's like a character saying something, it'll be in Japanese text, and the same card in Japan, it'll be like all the stats and attributes will be in Japanese, and then like if the character's saying something, there's like a sound effect, it'll be in like English.
Huh.
I think that's
cool.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Weird.
It's just stylistically.
Pokemon cards are. I have to say, I have no interest in like buying them, but they like are cool. Like a lot of the like later series, they do all these different art directions. There's like claymation looking ones, and just like
Hawaiian. Remember the Hawaiian?
They just have, there's like a lot of
tropical
cool illustration on those cards.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the game or anything.
Yeah, I'm not. I like kind of thought about. There was a kid in the Kansai Lounge. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't say where that is. I don't want people I don't want fans of the cast finding me on
They've been
campus.
If you
triangulating.
find Michael and send me a photograph of him, a physical photo, $200.
What's the new generation of
This is a good
Pokemon
game.
called?
Sword and Shield.
Yeah, Sword and Shield. I saw like a kid playing that. I shouldn't say kid. I saw a 21-year-old playing that game.
That's a kid.
And I was... I saw someone playing that game on their Switch, and I was just like, oh, sick. This looks awesome. Pokemon. Maybe I should get this. I'm like, I'm a fucking old man. I can't play this shit.
You're not an old man.
I'm an old...
You're an old kid. You're an old kid.
Yeah, I resisted the urge to buy this one. I think I had bought
Way
X
to
and
talk
Y.
you down from the ledge.
Yeah. Well, I bought X and Y and I played through it and I was like, that was pretty fun actually. And then I asked like for Christmas or something. I asked for like Pokemon Sun or Moon. I don't remember which one.
Yeah.
And then I got it and I was just like, I'd never played it. I left it in the box and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm done because I don't feel the urge to play this. Even though I'd seen online all the stuff about it and it looked fun, I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't have time for this right
No
now.
more Pokemon.
We're talking about the mind only today.
Mind, no body.
And Pokemon. And Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, we got deep into...
Remember when the Yu-Gi-Oh! God cards came out
Dude, I thought
in the
that was...
show and everyone just started like printing off copies of them to put in their decks and then at a certain point I had to be like, guys, you can't use this fucking printed out card. This is ridiculous.
What was it? The Yu-Gi-Oh! God cards, like the first generation of them, were insane.
They were all just like, I win the game.
Name of God.
Wasn't there like Ra?
There was Ra. They were all like Egyptian gods.
The dragon one looking... I can't remember the name of that one, but it was like a red looking dragon.
Blue eyes, white.
It was
There was
like
a gold,
Ra-
a red one, and a blue one.
It was like Ra, Osiris, and something else, I think.
I think Osiris was the blue one.
Yeah, there was a red. It was red.
What was his...
Okay. Wait, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX?
Here, while you're looking this up, I'll, I don't want to go
Okay,
into
it's Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Yeah.
Slifer.
Obelisk the Tormentor.
Raviel.
And
Lord of Phantasm.
the Winged Dragon of Ra.
Let me see what these look like.
This is a very bad picture. You can probably go on images and find better ones.
I don't remember these
fuck.
at all.
Yeah, so no Osiris, but Ra was in there. So
Oh,
Did
I
these
just-
come out like
I
later?
just bought one on accident.
Oh crap! They came out like It was like after the original.
Yeah,
run.
Slifer the Sky Dragon can have like unlimited attack and defense. But I thought it looked so fucking cool in the show. And then like looking back on the show, like it was pretty much just like a giant advertisement for the card game.
And it was good. It was a good ad.
It worked. There was just so much build up to like, God, that was so fucking smart. Like it's like, oh, if you
Selling
buy these
kid
cards,
stuff.
you can win the game, while also being like an entertaining, good show to watch.
Which, by the way, you can buy these cards in a set of all three of them for $20 on Amazon now.
Nice.
Okay, I remember Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician,
Those are just the
and Red Eyes Black Dragon.
yeah. Those are
Podcast
just the normal
listeners,
cards.
podcast listeners, email in which Yu-Gi-Oh card was your favorite. That's the topic
That's
of
the
the
topic
month.
for the month.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Mai was hot. Joey's
Mai.
love interest,
Oh yeah, she had that hair.
and Pegasus was
That
They all had that hair.
dashing.
triangle.
Very strange style. One thing I want to say about this before I guess we're going to move on is you were talking about which Pokemon game did you get that you never played?
I think Sun
Sun
and
Moon.
I think Sun.
I'm like, I can't justify. I don't think I've touched my Nintendo Switch in like a year,
Yeah.
and I can't like justify owning it anymore. When it's like I can like use the money from selling it to buy stuff I like actually want that I can't justify buying right now. But I can like see that as an investment or like a trade off. And it's like, I don't know. There's this weird. I'm like fine watching like a 10-minute video or like a let's play of somebody playing like Death Stranding or somebody playing like the new Pokemon game, but there's no way I can be honest with myself and be like, yeah, I'm going to commit 50 hours. I'm going to commit 50 hours to sitting here and playing this game. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Have you been playing Death Stranding?
I'm at the end, and I just like need to sit down and like finish it. But I know that the whole, from what I've heard, even though I'm at the end of the game, it's like 6 hours of like cutscenes and boss stuff. So I'm just like, I gotta find it. I haven't found a like afternoon weekend or something where I like have a lot of time, and I'm in the mindset where I want to do it. So
we can talk about this maybe later, but after watching like Let's Plays and people's explanations of the game, I haven't watched like a story explanation, but I'm like, I don't want this game at all.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not me. This is not meant for me.
I know what you mean. It's like, it's not for everybody. I like it. Well, okay, I liked it up to a point. It's very relaxing. Like, what I've done the whole time is I've just like, when I play it, I just like make myself a pot of coffee and I just sit down, drink coffee, and like listen to podcasts to catch up on the week. And I'm just like,
playing Death Stranding,
and I kind of I don't like. I gave up on reading all the emails and all the like data things, and I just like, because the Kojima, the guy who makes these games, who made like Metal Gear Solid and everything, he still has a huge problem of just like repeating the same information. So I'm like, at first I was reading all the emails and stuff, and then I'm like, I'm gonna hear all this information in a cutscene at least 2 more times from different characters. There's no reason for me to read this. So it's cool. I mean, what I like about the game is you can really like, it's about delivering stuff to people, and you can really like build. You can build up like the infrastructure of the world, like build roads and like make these like zip line trails to make things really fast, and it's satisfying to go from like a delivery taking you like 20 minutes to like trudge over this mountain to then like setting up this like zip line system to just like go like back and forth instantly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it kind of outstayed its welcome, and then I just like, the first 2/3 were pretty cool, and then I was just like trying to get to the end, and now I'm at the end.
Yeah.
And now I have to convince myself to finish it.
That's how
I've heard the ending is cool, so I want to see it, but
yeah.
That's
kind of where Stalin, go ahead and say something. I feel like I've talked to you.
I don't have anything to say.
I feel like a lot of video games I've pulled up now, I just they almost, the like world building is kind of, the whole responsibility has been placed on the character of like, oh, do you want to read this fucking like 20-page manifesto?
I know
or like
what you mean.
Every fucking game has like, you can open a computer and
download the app to read more lore.
there's like 15 emails I have to sift through, and I'm not even kidding. Like, I just think that's really poor design in a sense that it's like,
it's bad integration of just like
terrible.
The plot and the what you're actually doing.
It's like, oh, you didn't take the time to integrate the story with what's actually happening in the game.
Yeah,
now that's lazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why I like Dark Souls.
I've like
It doesn't matter.
Or like, I've been watching this YouTube channel that looks at like really cool PS2 and PC games from like the mid 2000s and like what is it, Bloodlines, Masquerade, and like Deus Ex, and it's none of that, like all plot and like story was told through like a conversation, and like all,
you'll like occasionally like read someone's emails or something, but it's always like relevant.
It's integrated to the plot, and it's like you can make a decision in regards to them, and it has some like bearing on it. It's not just like, oh, dude, did you find the computer hidden in like half of the corner of the map that like takes 10 hours to get to, and it like reveals some crazy plot detail, and it's like, don't waste my time. Don't waste my. I'm not going to play your game for 100 hours.
I played Mass Effect for like. Did you play Mass Effect, Michael?
No.
I played it a little bit, but I never finished it.
What I didn't like about that game is there's basically like, you could go into a menu and go to like, it was called the Codex. It was basically just fucking Wikipedia for the world. And I'm like, every time you like meet a new species of creature, there's like 10 pages of stuff to read, and I'm just like, why? Like, I don't care about this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm playing this on like a 480p screen on an Xbox 360. I'm not going to strain my eyes reading this white text on blue background bullshit. I don't care about this. That game sucked. Fuck Mass Effect.
Yeah. I always talk about one of my favorite games is Fallout New Vegas, and because like so much of the story was revealed in conversation.
Yeah.
And like the biggest plot points were like discovered via like showing instead of telling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Don't waste my time.
Don't waste my time.
I don't have time for that shit. If I want to read a book, I'll read a book.
Yeah.
Like,
it's true.
Yeah.
That said, I was like really struck at the end of last week. I was like, oh, Final Fantasy 12 is on the Switch. I never played that one. It's got like auto battling.
Yeah.
I could just turn that up to 4 times speed and sit back. And then I was like, Matthew, you have like 4 brand new games you haven't finished.
Yeah.
Let's settle down. I don't need to play Final Fantasy 12 that bad.
I think I'm at a point where it's just I bought Halo Master Chief Collection over the break, and it's kind of like I played Reach multiplayer for like maybe 12 hours, and I'm already done with it. I'm kind of just like got what I needed out of it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like where I am with video games now. It's just like there's such a they're solely for like decompression.
Yeah,
for
me too.
And that's really how like that's like the healthiest way to approach them for me, at least. I don't know.
No, makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm selling my Switch. Anyone want to buy? Too bad.
There are some great games on this.
Yeah, and
if you steal Michael's Switch before he sells it, I'll give you $300.
yeah, I just maybe I've talked about this on the cast. Like, there's so much more I could do with like 40 hours stretched out over a month. Like, I kind of feel that way with books too, which is like no, that's like a problem I've always had. Is just like, fuck. I can't spend 50 hours reading this. I just can't. I can't do it. That's like 50 hours of not doing, I don't know, learning a new skill. Anyways, that's just how I think. So.
I'm over learning skills.
Really?
You're all in the books.
I'm in the books.
Nose in the pages.
I'm in the...
No more new skills.
No new skills. No new skills. No new...
Isn't there's something going on tomorrow, right?
Marathon. Oh, MLK Day.
Oh, what just happened?
MLK Day?
Are you transitioning?
Are we doing this?
Or are you...
You know we're like 50 minutes into this
podcast.
podcast.
Are you doing a...
My notes disappeared for like 230 notes on my notes app I've been keeping since like I was 18 just disappeared for a second. And I was like... There are a few things I want to discuss. So I guess we did kind of a reversal. We started with the hard-hitting stuff, and now we're hitting you with the softballs.
Okay.
We started talking about Dove.
That's true.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
What do y'all think about MLK?
Hard-hitting.
What do we think about MLK?
MLK the person?
Just the whole zeitgeist. MLK. What happens?
The day?
The man, the ethos. The ethos.
I'm glad to get
not
the day
using
off.
That fucking pronunciation.
Yeah,
I'm down for the ethos.
I'm down eating with the ethos.
Good ethos.
I got an opinion.
You have a controversial opinion?
Not a controversial opinion.
I'm kind of scared.
So, I'm just going to throw out a term. MLK Ultra.
Huh, now what do you mean by that?
Brain tease that one. And I've been
tease that one.
Wrap your mind mode around that concept. Now, there's a couple ways to
MLK Ultra.
think about this. So either MLK an MK Ultra survivor, dishing his knowledge out to everybody. Okay, maybe he struggled with women. He was a preacher.
He struggled with
women?
Yeah, he was like, y'all don't know about
he was
this?
A player?
Is he a woman?
Before his I Had a Dream speech, like the night before, he had like prostitutes in his room. That actually might be a piece of misinformation, but I will do some more research on that. Yes.
That's MK. You've been MK Ultra.
Yeah, he was a married preacher, right?
Yeah.
And he was also like a massive philanderer.
Oh.
But
knew that.
I want to fact check that.
I knew that he was unfaithful, but I didn't know it was with prostitutes.
Or he was with women like the night before his like I had a dream speech.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, the dates add up.
What?
MLK Ultra.
Oh, whoa.
MK Ultra formally ended in 1967.
So you're saying
MLK died in
MLK
68.
was working for the CIA under brainwashing?
He's giving out. He's teasing it out.
Could it have happened? MLK Ultra.
Who's teasing what out?
Michael.
Oh.
Do you think MLK got MK'd?
What
is it possible?
I think his killer might have been MLK. MK.
You think his killer might have been MLK Ultra?
Well, some people think that his killer was like a hit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He could have. The hitman could have been brainwashed.
He was speaking out against like the Vietnam War and
yeah,
I don't know.
It was very similar
stuff
to
that the government did not like.
Do you think an MK Ultra survivor took out MLK, or was it the mob?
What does it mean to be an MK Ultra survivor?
You went through the MK Ultra program,
and you're out.
And everybody denies, like the CIA denied during sleeper cell.
But he died.
Who? The killer?
MLK. So he's not a survivor.
Well, he was.
I'm sorry.
He was giving too much information about the program. The CIA made him a little too strong. This is getting a little strange.
I don't think being strong was a component of MK Ultra. It was like the Hulk.
So we've already decided MK. We're gonna now designate MLK, Martin Luther King, as MLK Ultra. That's his new code name.
Okay.
But
like
he was a doctor.
Like that's like a superlative.
Yes.
So
he's the Ultra MLK.
It's like at the end of Metal Gear Solid 3 where they say, you know, you surpassed the boss. You are now known as Big Boss.
Big Boss. Big MLK. His first name was
Ultra.
MK. He was MK Ultra, and now they're like, no, you're MLK.
Wait, so they added the L?
He added the L. That was part of his brainwashing.
The Ultra.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy.
This is the alternative interpretation of this.
Oh,
listening to the "I Had a Dream" speech, which a lot of people are going to do tomorrow. I'm possibly going to read it. Isn't that in a way that's like an original? That's like an original red pilling. Is that the original red pill? I want to call it a different type of pill, but I think it might be misinterpreted, so I'm going to call it red pilling.
Oh my god!
What other pill is there? There's a lot of pills.
I'm not going to say it.
I think it's fine to call it red pilling because in the Matrix it's good.
Yes. Blue pills are the idiots not listening. They don't want to have any dreams. They don't want to enter the mind matrix. Let me run this by you. MLK might have been the first mind motor.
Whoa.
Think about that.
I'm sorry, I just got lost in an I was in my mind palace imagining. I was trying to figure out if the Matrix was a what's the word I'm looking for? What's not analogy? Why am I struggling to find this word?
I don't know. You're not giving me anything.
If the Matrix was a retelling of the civil rights,
I think so.
Yeah,
everyone in the Matrix is a racist, and
I was trying to figure out
hasn't believed all this information. Morpheus gives Neo the red pill.
Right.
This is the I Had a Dream.
Is Morpheus MLK or Neo?
I have a dream. Morpheus is the god of sleep.
Oh,
I have a dream.
Wake from the dream.
Take the red pill to wake up.
And who is Neo? Who is Neo in this analogy?
Neo is the
artist Neo, the singer. Everything tonight.
Neo.
I was trying to figure out who Cypher is in this analogy, but I can't figure it out.
Neo is the Reddit normie that MLK is trying to reach with his speech. He's trying to red pill. But I wanted to say something even further, and I'm not talking about brainwashing. Listening to the I Had a Dream speech is like freaking taking...
It's I Have a Dream, by the way.
I Have a Dream.
Sorry.
I just got red pilled. another little red pill for you guys out there.
Oh my god.
What did I say? I had a dream?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I was talking about my dream last night.
Yeah.
Where
we talked about dreams.
It would not be a good speech if he said, I had a dream.
Because then it's past.
Because it's like, hey, I took a nap last night.
Yeah.
I have a dream. You're right.
I don't have
Sorry. But in this day and age, people are talking about like microdosing on LSD. They're doing kratom. They're doing freaking DMT.
Yeah.
You want to have the trip of your life? Get red pilled by the I Have a Dream speech. Okay, that's the modern MK Ultra experience. MLK Ultra, people. So you heard it here first. MLK, original mind motor. But to be honest, we're gonna... Are y'all coming volunteering tomorrow?
Yes.
Volunteering tomorrow, MLK.
Yeah.
Give back to your community. Have a dream.
Hey, I just wanted to say 2001: A Space Odyssey also released in 1968 with the tagline "The Trip of a Lifetime."
Okay.
Stanley Kubrick, MK Ultra survivor. This is what he was trying to talk about in Eyes Wide Shut. Clockwork Orange. Brainwashing.
Yeah, they had to...
It's all there, people.
They had to put his eyes wide shut.
Open your eyes.
The Shining. It's about...
Something was going on with Stanley Kubrick. There's some...
He got MK.
Governmental...
Oh, no. He no doubt got killed
something.
because of Eyes Wide Shut.
Killed?
Yeah.
By who?
I don't know.
The rich?
He was like...
The elites.
Isn't he almost 80? He didn't even live in the U.S.
Hey, Gov.
What? He
Fancy,
never left New York.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
I thought
Stanley
he did
Kubrick lived in He lived in Manchester, right?
In London.
He was an ex... He
I don't know.
He made like a personal promise to never return to the U.S. I think he knew he was going to get killed.
Yeah, Eyes Wide Shut was filmed on a soundstage in...
London.
The UK, right?
Yeah, it was all filmed in the UK.
I always thought that
reconstructed New York.
They made, or Kubrick would never, like, there's this, I don't know, story that he would never shoot anything, like, too far away from his home or something. Like, they had to, like...
I think it was in England.
Okay. Or maybe he moved at that point.
Everyone had to come to him because, like... He was very old, and I think he was decently paranoid.
Yeah,
I don't think he was assassinated. He died 3 days after like the final cut of Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, you know what they cut out, and you know, no, this is no joke. This is a connection. They got a real New York Times writer to write blurbs for Eyes Wide Shut. The little articles you can see about the
crossword puzzle,
the woman being killed, that he reads.
Oh yeah,
and that's the same journalist has written about Jeffrey Epstein. Like, has written like semi cover up type articles about this is real.
The New York Times journalist in Eyes Wide Shut,
who they hired as a consultant on that movie,
wrote about
has
Jeffrey
written
Epstein.
real
So
okay. If you haven't been, hey,
do you remember when I watched that movie and then I was freaking out about it? I was so freaked out by that movie
because you grew up in the Bush age.
What is
that? By Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah,
you grew up loving Bush.
I loved it.
No, because I remember what the conversation was because I was like, you were like, yeah, the idea that like all these rich people would, you know, control everything, blah blah. And I was like, well, how did you think it worked? And you were like, I thought everyone in office was kind of just like stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought
because you grew up in the Bush age.
I didn't think that. Yeah, I don't know.
I need to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
I need to watch Lolita because I think there might be some.
Isn't it Lolita or
Lolita?
Lolita.
I want to read that, but I don't want to.
That's like
buy it or own it.
I read half of it.
I own the novel, but because my
You can
sister
own
had to read.
Lolita. It's fine.
What are people going to think when I'm reading it on the bus?
I love that book.
Which is the only place I would read it.
Oh, dude, that book's awesome.
Hey, great book. I like that
Dude,
book.
I had to read that book like 10 times to get the...
I think Nabokov was about to like destroy his manuscript for that book.
It's such
his wife
I need to watch it, but
it.
it's so like... Or I need to read it and watch it. It's so fucking disturbing to me. So
happy MLK Day. Don't take what we said as serious.
Sorry if you drove your car off the road getting red pilled too many times.
Yeah.
But
and sorry I totally botched that story about the article thing, but if you look it up you'll see what I'm talking about.
Stanley Kubrick fucking knew everything.
He did.
He was the original Snowden.
That's true.
He was WikiLeaks.
He was I'm Citizen 4.
He was WikiLeaks in pill form.
My name is Edward Snowden.
I'm
giving out the databases of the government.
Did you see
Is this what Edward
Snowden's?
Snowden sounds like?
Did you see Snowden's interview with Joe Rogan?
No.
He's so strange.
He
gives like a 15-minute monologue at like the beginning.
He's an idiosyncratic.
I'm so happy. It's just weird.
Wait, Joe does or
no?
Edward. Okay,
Snowden does.
Yeah.
Did you see the Kevin Spacey? The new like
kill him with kindness after
fireside
all of his
video.
After all of his accusers are dying left and right, and he puts out a video called "Kill him with kindness."
I did not see this.
Well,
we need another Kubrick.
Yeah,
we need a Kubrick.
Uh-oh.
Ba-boom.
Ba-boom.
Alright,
that's the ba-boom.
One last thing. Conor McGregor versus Cowboy. We just watched the 40-second fight. Don't want to spoil who won that, but...
I gotta say, it was better in the room. You know, some of you guys might be saying, why would you spend your money watching this 40-second fight? Hey, I paid, $100,000 for my tickets, and it was worth every penny.
It was... it was a good, like...
I spent all of my parents' inheritance.
You don't need it to be a long fight.
I feel disappointed for the fighters, mainly. Because it's just, like, on both sides, in terms of...
Hey, that's a W for...
McGregor loved that.
For Conor, that's a
W. Well, Stanley just gave away who won.
Oh. No, he loved losing.
McGregor was fighting for MLK. Taking down the Cowboy.
Also, why is
the racist Southerner?
The Cowboy. He's not from the South.
Because he
Cowboy
said...
Cerrone.
He said...
I'm Cowboy.
If you see me once...
Shame on you.
If you see me twice... Shame on me.
I feel really... I kind of feel for the fighters. Like, watching some UFC documentaries in terms of, like... They train, like... 3 to 6 months for each of those fights. Like, they may have one, like, a big title, like a large fucking fight once you're up in a certain echelon. You have, like, a fight every 2 years, and it's over in 40 seconds. Like, that's insane.
Those fighters are a lot older than I thought they would be. Yeah. I thought they would be, like, mid-20s.
I thought they were, like,
a lot
65.
A lot of them are, like, 35 to 40. They're, like, old.
You can fight.
Would you keep a job that you have to do every 2 years and you get paid several $1 million to do it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. All right. Recommendations.
Oh, yeah. I had something I forgot. Somebody else go.
Oh, shit.
I got it. This is kind of old news, but the... horror web series Petscop finished late last year. It finished on like Christmas or something, or actually earlier.
Can we watch it?
Yeah, we can watch it. It's great. It's very it's like, I don't know. It's one of my favorite like horror media things, just because there's nothing else like it.
It's so creepy,
and it's so creepy without. There's like not. I don't think there's a single like jump scare in the whole series or anything like that. It's like so innovative what it does with the format. Basically, what it. I might have talked about it on here before.
I don't think you
But basically what it is it's in the format of like a Let's Play video of a game that doesn't really exist called Petscop.
It's like PS1 style.
Right, and the story is like this kid found this game in his house and he's showing it to someone who you're never quite sure who it is, and like it's like an unfinished game, and as he goes through the game he like slowly uncovers more and more, and the game just gets like huge and labyrinthine, and there's all these creepy themes and
like child murderers,
and like
really creepy stuff.
A lot of stuff about like weird stuff about child abuse and adoption. It's not handled in a bad way or anything.
Oh god, might be triggering.
It's scary.
It's
not. I mean,
it's really disturbing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But it's all like coded. It's not like
it's not shown in the game.
Horrifying stuff in front of you on screen. You have to kind of like think about it and suss it out what's happening. But
oh my god.
Anyway, very interesting web series. Check it out. It's pretty long, but hey, it's worth it.
What's it called?
Petscop. Like PETSCOP, all one word.
All right.
Terrifying. My recommendation is talk to people on the phone.
Ooh.
Call your extended family and check what they're up to, and maybe some friends you haven't touched base with in a while. And temper your emotions. Try and stay even-keeled.
Boom.
Don't get big-headed.
The Tao.
Turn off that big head.
The way.
That's how you stay in mind
The
mode
middle way.
permanently.
The middle way. Stan, you got anything?
I've been reading these sci-fi short stories by what's his name?
Ted Chiang.
Louder.
Ted?
Ted? Yeah.
Is it Ted?
Yeah.
I thought it was Ken. But is that
No,
just
that's our friend.
That's our friend.
His name is Ted Chiang.
Yeah, you might be thinking of Ken Liu, who's a different sci-fi author.
Oh, okay.
But I think you're talking about Ted Chiang.
Anyway, they're called. The collection's called The Paper Menagerie.
It's right there.
Oh, and it's pretty good. He like, well, I don't know. Some of the stories are really good. I think he's like, this collection is like, I don't know, kind of not chronological or whatever. It's like he has old stories and newer ones. And I think in his newer ones, he deals a lot more with like language and writing and stuff, which is what I'm interested in. He has a really cool story where he just like goes through a bunch of like alien species and then just like describes their ways of writing, which are like really different from like the writing and then recollecting and reading, like, and it's just really interesting, like how I don't know. He just gets into like really cool things about like how our way of reading and writing isn't necessarily the only way of like comprehending information and stuff.
Right.
I don't know. That's just one story, but like it's a good collection of. He's really.
Who was it by again?
Ted Chiang.
Ted Chiang.
Yeah. He's the guy that wrote Arrival.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which also deals with language, so. Yeah. But it's a really cool, like, I don't know. It's not like a traditional sci-fi kind of style of writing. It's very, like... I mean, that short story isn't really even a story. It's just, he literally just, like, lists a bunch of, like, different species and then their different ways of writing.
And I don't know about that collection, but it's not all sci-fi either. The one I have a collection of his stories. I've only read like one of them, but it was almost like Jorge Luis Borges.
Oh yeah.
It was the whole
like
story was about like
the kind of
it was about building the Tower of Babylon, and he went into all this detail about like how it was so tall that like some people like lived up top in the higher reaches of it, and like it explained like how they built it and like how you can only go so many days, and you have to go down, and all this stuff. Very interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a really, really unique. I don't know. He writes very interesting, unique stories. So
check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Cut it up.
All right. MLK people.
That's it.
MLK Ultra podcast.
Respect to Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you for the day off. And
thank you for your
service.
I mean, not just thank you for the day off.
Thanks, dude.
Jesus.
I guess that's
if you don't know about MLK's more radical work, he was not just a kind of a civil rights peaceful protest leader. He was also very outspoken against the Vietnam War, outspoken against
civil disobedience,
classism, and he was a very progressive, and I don't know, he's much more radical than your traditional like historical accounts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very smart.
So read up.
Ahead of his time.
Read up. Enjoy the day. Why do I keep talking about the day off? Anyway.
Enjoy the day. It's not even MLK Day yet.
Well, if we get the cast up soon, I have no problems.
No promises to those listening. Okay.
Yeah, happy MLK Day next year. Goodbye.